Hey guys, I am back and you are witness to a very rare event. You hear that? Do you hear it? No, you don't. You don't hear it because it's quiet shop. Yeah. So what do you guys think? You like the clean shaven doc or the I'm retired now, I can let it grow for a few days and not have to take care of it doc? Yeah. Anyway, so today we are looking at something that came in a Club TAC box, was the subject of a little bit of debate and quite a few requests for a further look. Today we are looking at the TAC5 TAC-3000 Delta dive light. Now, I don't get Club TAC anymore because the last box was just like, but one of the items we got in a previous box was this flashlight. Now, there are a couple brands that come in Club TAC that, well, you can't really price check their stuff anywhere else because they have the websites. Bravo 8 is one, TAC5 is one. TAC5 doesn't even have a website anymore. It's gone. You can't find it. This item, for example, I looked for on the TAC5 website to get a price check on it. It's gone. It used to be listed on Amazon. It's gone. So any other product listing is gone except for what's on this box and what came on the packing list card. And the packing list card, you know, they stopped putting prices on that too. But the specs on the box are impressive, but you know, I mean, we got nothing to go on besides this right here. But people wanted to know what this light can actually do because it is a big, hulking, heavy piece of flashlight. So the request was made, can we do it? So yeah, we can. So let's take a look at this big old hulking piece of dive light, the TAC-3000 Delta. Well, like I said, I searched on the web a little bit to try to find some more information, somewhere where this was listed. I got gray hands, sorry. Somewhere where this was listed to find a good product listing, some other kind of info about it, you know, anything about it. I just couldn't find it. As a matter of fact, when you try to click the Amazon listing for this, you want to see what you get? Here's the Amazon page. You get a sad puppy with something went wrong. And the TAC5 website, there's nothing there. So we're limited to what we have on the box itself looking at this. So you know what, let's take a look at that. So on the box, specs wise, it tells us that we've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modes. High mode is 3,000 lumens. If, you know, we take that at face value. I don't know if that's true or not, but, you know, why would they lie? Mid mode, 1,500 lumens, and low mode at 300 lumens. So the low mode of this flashlight tops off at what the high mode of some other flashlights is. Then you have a strobe mode, and then you have an SOS mode. Now, it doesn't give the actual lumen count of what those strobe and SOS modes are, but if you look at the milliamperage, you know, it matches mid and high. Now, words, but what we're also looking at is it's got a waterproof rating of IPX8. Now, we've talked about the IPX rating. Basically, IPX8 means it is as the manufacturer describes it. So 100 meter submersible. They're not giving a time listing. This is technically, they call it a dive light, right? So it should be 100 meters for as long as you want to take it down to 100 meters. Sometimes the IPX rating gives a depth and a time. Inside the box, so you've got your 2 rechargeable batteries, 26 650s, so a little different. Normally, with most flashlights, we see, you know, standard 18 650s or something. Not these. These are the first time I've seen these rechargeable batteries come with a flashlight, but it takes 2 of them. You have a recharger for those batteries, and you know, this would work with almost any rechargeable battery size, but they give you the recharger for it, which is nice. And then of course you have the light itself. Oh, and 2 extra O-rings. This light is heavy. It's heavy just to begin with, and then you add these batteries and they add a few more ounces. Now, construction on this light is pretty simple.
there's only one area that moves. It is right here. This is not only your battery access, but this composes your on-off and your mode selection switch right here as you rotate it, and you'll see how that works later. Something that's really telling to me, if you want to know what you're dealing with here, take a look at what they labeled. Military grade, tactical, black label series. So you got all the buzzwords right there. Everything here tells you. The fact that they're calling it military grade and tactical and black label series, we should be a little suspicious of this right there. Looking at the construction of it, so it's all aluminum. Lots of different ways to get grip on it though. So assuming you're using this as a dive light, underwater, neoprene gloves, lots of different ways to get a grip on the light, so that's cool. Maybe you're not using it as a dive light, still lots of real estate, lots of places to hold on to this. With the weight involved in this, this would also make a pretty handy self-defense tool. It would make an efficient club to beat somebody with if you needed to. It is a big son of a bitch. I also think that it is, because it's waterproof, obviously, we could dip this in the shop, no problem, hydrographics. Could probably do an air-cooled Cerakote on it too. I don't know if I want to stick this in the oven, but lots of options for customizing this thing. So let's open it up. Let's put our batteries in. And again, remember, so this is not only battery compartment, but this is our function switch and our on-off switch. So once you twist past the O-rings, you know, you got to do that obviously to make sure it's watertight. And as we twist all the way, it should turn on. And we are in SOS mode. So twist it just a little bit, and it's off. Also brings us to SOS mode. Okay, so what I forgot to mention is it has a memory. So if you just turn it off and leave it off for longer than, I think, 1 second, it's going to go right back. If we do a quick off and on, it should change the mode. And now, I believe we are in high mode, medium, low, and you see we're getting on camera, we're getting that LED flicker. You don't see that in real life. If we turn it off, leave it off, turn it back on, yep, and so it returns back to the same mode we had it in. But if we do our quick off and on, then it brings us to strobe, and then back to our SOS. Now, just right here, I don't know, we've seen some very bright flashlights. This does not seem like 3000 lumens to me, just right here looking, but I mean, I'm not gonna judge. It could be. We're in a lighted shop. We'll have to check this out outside and maybe compare it to another light that we know is about 1000 lumens and see if it really is that much brighter. But very simple operation. I don't have 100 liters of water to throw this in to see what it does. I do have a hydrographics tank though. A hydrographics tank that's only about 3 feet deep, give or take. But it's better than nothing, right? So what I want to do is turn this thing on, put it in the tank, and let it sit there for a little bit, and see what happens. This is a hydrographics tank that's about to get cleaned. Little pieces of film and stuff in there. Doesn't look very pretty, but you know, it's at the end of the cycle. So, what a perfect tank to put this flashlight in. Now it is on high power. Whoa, that's really cool. Check that out. It's what we call the lightning rod. That helps heat up the tank. I've never seen it do that before. That's awesome. That's like hot coming off that thing. That's pretty awesome. So, isn't that awesome? You guys want to go swimming in that stuff? All right, so I'm just going to lower this down and See what happens. That was a cool noise. Let's do that again. Oh, did you see that? It just turned right off. Oh, it turned back on. I guess it unloosened itself a little bit. Mental, no, don't let it bang on anything. Well, yeah. Okay. There's high power. You know, while we're doing this, let's see what different powers look like a couple feet underwater. It's probably only about 2 feet. I think I misestimated the size of the tank. That's cool. Strobes underwater. Here's medium underwater. Still not bad. I mean, I think the high power underwater is the way to go. And here's low underwater. I've actually never seen light at the bottom of this tank before. It's not pretty. Hey Darren.
Yes, sir.
Looks like something from Alien at the bottom. Looks like something from Alien at the bottom of the tank with the light on.
The water scene.
Yeah. I'm expecting to find eggs down here. There's high
You got
power.
a strobe model underwater?
It goes strobe and SOS.
I wonder how that would affect the great white.
Yeah, that's something to mess with. That's something. That's fun.
Yeah.
For my airmen that used to invite me to go shark fishing, and I would slap them in the face and say, "You realize God put you on land and sharks in the water for a reason." But yeah, that's
high?
the 3,000 lumen power.
Seems kind of weak to me.
That's what I said. It doesn't. I would need to test it tonight side by side with a 1,000 lumen flashlight, because it doesn't seem 3,000 to me.
I mean, this water's pretty clear. I mean, if you're in the Caribbean, okay, but man, you're doing a river or something like that? Yeah.
Hey, the water's warm now, by the way. So anyway, now we need to, I guess. Well, it worked. I mean, in a couple feet anyway. Waterproof. Yay. So, we gotta wait till nighttime now to take it outside and see how it does in the dark. Alrighty then. So, outside late at night, I've got the TAC-3000D in one hand. I brought the Olight M2R Warrior as a comparable light that we know has a set lumen value that we can trust to test it out against. Just quick intro for those who haven't seen my flashlight videos before. I'm skipping the part where we use the glow-in-the-dark material because, number one, I'm cold. It's cold out here. Number two, I feel like it's cool, but I don't think it really adds a lot of value to the flashlight test. It's just something cool to do. If you guys really miss the glow-in-the-dark part to it, let me know. We'll throw it back in. But so I've got the camera zoomed in towards the end of the backyard where I've got some reflective 550 cord. So we're going to see how the light bounces off that and, you know, helps us see that reflective 550 cord way off yonder in the distance. We're also going to see how the light illuminates to the end of the fence back there. We're also going to be looking for how wide a field of view the light gives us. You know, is it a very pinpoint kind of spotlight, or does it really light up a lot for us? So we'll be bringing out the M2R just in relation to test out the high, what they say is the 3,000 lumen mode, because we know that the M2R gives us a kind of turbo mode of 1,500 lumens. So I forgot sort of what mode we left this off on. Okay, so we're going to start in high power mode. So this is what they call the 3,000 lumen mode, and this is pretty good. I have it right above the camera right now, and you can see it's so bright. You can, I mean, that's the 550 cord off of the distance right there. If I angle down, now you can see it's reflecting. It just gets lost in the light. Very wide beam of light. So this is 3,000 lumens. This is the 1500 lumen of the M2R. So yeah, definitely you can see how it is lighter. Here's the, again, M2R 1500 lumen mode, and you can see how that 3000 lumen light does show up as brighter and overpowers it. So I guess it legit is as bright as it says. It's just more of a warm light, whereas the M2R is that kind of white light. So, but you can see it does outshine the 1500 lumens of the M2R. So that's our bright light. That's our medium mode. Still pretty good. I mean, still pretty good. And then even the low power mode is pretty good, 300 lumens. Much more of a spotlight, but I mean, this is a good light. And then here comes the strobe, and then SOS. This is something I usually don't do in these tests, but let's just, to see, you know, this is a light that's supposed to shine far underwater, right? So it's a pretty far spot. You can see it quite far down there. I'm not sure exactly how far this beam is supposed to go, but pretty good. Well, I guess that's about it for this guy. Good luck. If you want one of these, hi Tato. You coming to see what's going on? So like I was saying, if you want one of these, Tato's gonna sniff it, number one. Number two, good luck trying to find one. You know, this is not a review based on, hey, you should or shouldn't buy it. This is a review based on you guys really wanted to see how this performed after we got it in the box. It does perform. It is also big and heavy, and you know, if you need any kind of service or help from the company, are you going to find it? I doubt it. I don't know if the company exists. I don't know if the company ever existed. I don't know if this is just something that ClubTAC kind of, like a company that they spawned because they wanted to put stuff in the box, or if I mean, it just, I don't know anything about it anymore because you can't find them. But it was fun to play with and throw in the tank, and you know, it's interesting. I'm going to keep it around for a while and see if there's maybe something, I don't know, significant to report on it later or something like that. But, well, I hope this little video satisfied your curiosity. I know it answered some kind of lingering questions I had about it. So I'm going to call this one good. Please do take a look at all the fun links in the video description. You can just peruse them and see what they're all about. As you're doing that, don't forget, you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And I will be back again real soon.